Good afternoon, class. Well, we're looking at solving linear equations again today. So let's take a look at this. Just want to review what we've learned so far. In step one, make sure that if you have parentheses, you use the distributive property to remove any grouping symbols. Then you look for simplifying the expression on each side of the equation. That's that idea of combining like terms. Step 3, use properties of equality to collect variables on one side of the equation and constants, which are numbers, on the other side. Step 4, make sure that you use properties of equality to solve for the variable. In other words, use the inverse of each operation to get the variables moved to one side and the numbers moved to the other. And then, of course, you can check your solution. All right, so that's it. Reviewing what we've learned so far. Let's take a look at a problem. We have 7 minus 8x equals 4x minus 17. When we take a look at this, there's no parentheses. You don't have to distribute. There's no like terms over here. This one has no variable. This one has a variable. And same thing on the other side. So let's move the variables to one side and the numbers to the other. First thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and move the minus 8x. Because it's negative, it's usually nice to have a positive x. So let's go ahead and do a positive 8x so that these can cancel out and become 0. So if we do it to this side, we have to put a positive 8x over here. So now 7 is brought down, the minus 8x and positive 8x are 0. So now you have 7 equals. And of course the 4x plus the 8x is the 12x that's here, minus 17. So we simplified each side. Now, we still need to get x all by itself. A minus 17 is hanging out, so we need to add 17 to both sides. And we would get that 12x equals 24. Now we still need a single x when we're finished. We need one x, so divide both sides by the 12. So 12 over 12, 24 over 12. When we do that, we will get x equals 2. And so that's our answer, that is x equals 2. So therefore, the solution is 2. Check by substituting 2 back in to see if it's correct. All right. Here's the check. We put 2 in for both sides, and we get negative 9 equals negative 9 when you work out the math. All right. I would like you guys to give these 3 problems a try. Make sure that you follow your steps of solving for the linear equation. Pause your video. Welcome back. Let's take a look and see how you did. I would have added the 3m to this side. So I had 8m equals 24 and divide by 8, x or m is 3. On this, I would have probably subtracted c from both sides and then added a 7 to both sides, and c is 9. On this one, I would take and add 3k over to here, and so now we have 12k minus 2k plus 3k. So we would have had an 18k equals 9, divide both sides by 18. Oh, let's take a look at that. Well, let me take a pen real quick. Maybe when I was going over it verbally, it wasn't going over. Let's take a look. As I add 3k, I got 9 equals 20k minus 2k. So 9 equals 18k. Let me double check this. All right. Divide by an 18. Divide by an 18. So k equals 2. Let's double check. I haven't made any mistakes. Add 3k. Add 3k. All right. I didn't make any mistakes. The book made a mistake. It should be k equals 9 over 18 is the same thing as 1/2. So it should be 1/2. All right, just goes to show you, sometimes the publisher even makes mistakes. Okay. Next time a problem here. We have to distribute the 1/4, or should we multiply by the reciprocal? Well, we could go ahead and multiply these since these both have a number, or you can multiply the other side by a reciprocal. It'd probably be easier to just multiply the 1/4 since both of these numbers are divisible by 4. Remember, multiplying by 1/4 is the same as dividing by a 4. So if we divide both these by a 4, I get, this becomes a 4x, and 4 into 60 is 15. Now, move your 4x over by subtracting, and move the 5 over this way by going ahead and adding 5. So now, we subtracted our 4x, we get 5x minus 5 equals 15. We add 5 to both sides, so we get 5x equals 20. Divide by 5, x is 4. I would like you to try these on your own. Please pause your video. Welcome back. Let's take a look and see how you did. You distribute 2 times each one of these terms, and when you solve, you get z equals 6. Distribute 5 times a and 5 times negative 3. When you solve, you get a is 2. 2/3 times 6 and 2/3 times 15. Okay, let me write that one out because I know a lot of you guys get confused when we do fractions. Let's take a look at that one. When I take 2 times 6, I get 12. 12 divided by 3 is 4, so I get 4y. 2 times 15 is 30, and then divided by the 3, I get 10. So if I do 2/3 times 6, I get 4y, and 2/3 times the 15, I get 10. So now, of course, it equals the 8y minus 6 that's on the other side. I will go ahead and subtract 4y from both sides so I can get a positive y value. And I get 10 equals 4y minus 6. Still need to get 4y by itself, so I have to add 6 to both sides. And I will get 16 equals 4y. Still need a single y, so 1y. I have to divide both sides by a 4 to get a 1y. This becomes 1y. And 16 divided by 4 is 4. Therefore, you'll see that your answer, had to have been 4. Have a great evening. Thank you.